I think the only, like, I only like it now because it's, like, I get to spend time with my family, and I think it is, like, that's kind of a rare occasion that we do that now, where I'd, like, go over and I stay at my parents' house overnight. Like, I don't do that except on Christmas. It's the only time. Oh, my God, these guys are hard now. We can drink, we play games, we watch movies at night, and then everybody just goes to sleep. And then we wake up in the morning, we open presents. We have a big family breakfast. Family breakfast, that's special. Don't get to do that very often. That's all it is now, really, though, is just sort of the little things that I appreciate about it. Oh my God, it's Waldo. You see Waldo over there? Bro, he's staring at me, dude. I had to, oh God, he's powerful. I can tell by his demeanor. I got my cat on the 5th of November. And, like, I realized only a couple months later, I'm like, oh, you know, I gotta go home for Christmas. I'm like, how's that gonna go? You know, like, what do I do? I'll have to get like a cat sitter or something. I'd use a potion. I'm actually taking a lot of damage here. Frick. This is hard. This is actually getting, like, challenging, just because there's a chance with the angle that it sets me up at that I won't hit the enemy, and then they'll have a chance to hit me, and they hit, man. They do hit. Yeah, we went to see a kind of a local production of White Christmas. I wonder what that liver does. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. I feel like I sound more like what's-his-face than I sound like Jack Sparrow. Oh, there's a potion! Crap, this is getting... Oh, I have a pistol now. I forgot about my pistol that I have. Bro, give me the pistol. Oh, there is a big lever. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of... Oh, God. Oh, no. The Harry Potter games. We should play those! The Harry Potter, like... I had the Chamber of Secrets one as a kid. Dang, look at all this treasure. Anyways, what did I say? What was I mentioning? We saw White Christmas. It's pretty good. It put me in the Christmas spirit. It's nice to see like a little Christmas musical, a little Christmas play. White Christmas it's pretty classic. I have seen it before many times. It's a little old at this point, but you know, I have seen it. It's a musical. God help the sister who gets between me and my man. Classic Christmas song. I don't even think that... So White Christmas, the actual song, I believe is a Bing Crosby song. I don't think they wrote it for the movie. I'm sorry if it's stupid of me to not just know that outright. I'm pretty sure they did not write that for the movie. I think it's just a song that was written, and then they use it as sort of the... I feel like they kind of build the movie off of it a little bit, where it is like a love story. And it ends with, like, you know, it's snowing on Christmas. It's very wholesome. It's definitely not one of those where there's like a lot of super conflict or anything. It's definitely like just, you know, it is what it is. I really wanted to not die. I'll be honest, I wanted to not die. Oh, come on. This is getting annoying. It's not like the combat is like easy, but man, I was talking a lot of shit before, wasn't I? God, who are these people? Who are you people? Oh, I also was gonna tell about my cat. I had to get a cat sitter. I got kind of panicked about it. I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? I can't bring her to my parents' house, right? Because it's just they don't even know I have a cat. First of all, and second of all, like, my dad and my sister are allergic, so I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna go. I'd have to figure out the litter box situation, so I just kind of like didn't. I don't know. I hired a cat sitter to take care of her. What is a scrap of paper? And it seemed to go fine. Do you recognize it, Jack? It's a piece of the map. Oh my God, how many of these? This game's gonna go on for a bit, huh? I literally was like, this game's gonna be like an hour. It fits exactly. It's part of the chart. A new island, Crooked Cove. Crooked Cove. Well. You've heard of it. Heard of it? Aye, indeed, I have some business there. But how's a blind man to get to Crooked Cove? I can take you there in my ship. Why? This is hey, literally, we found it. It's leading us. Why do we need to bring him? He would only be helpful if he told us where it was. But if he's not, so we're gonna lead him to it, even though he doesn't need to be there. Why does he need to go? Would you, Jack? I could make it worth your while. Why? Why do you need to go? What? All right. I don't know. It's not worth questioning the game too much. This is not a game that you question. You just kind of go along with it, and you just accept everything that it says to you. But I'm thinking, like, next year, I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if there's some way I can take my cat, because it does feel, when a year's passed, she's part of the family. She's part of the family. She deserves to be there on Christmas. You know what I mean? Felt kind of bad about it, considering, but I just didn't really have a choice, It's just like, that's what I was gonna do. I mean, I'd have to tell my parents don't know I have a cat yet. I just didn't want to. I don't know. At first, I don't know that there's a specific reason I didn't tell them. Maybe subconsciously, I feel like there's a reason. I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't feel like getting some sort of lecture. I felt like they were gonna lecture me about how I can't take care of a cat. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna do it and not tell them about it. I feel like that's like sort of a subconscious thing, though. I don't think I am like planning it. But now it's been like 2 months almost, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I should probably tell everybody that I have a cat. But it's like I don't know, it just feels weird to just bring up randomly. She's like, by the way, I have a cat. I haven't told you about it. I've had her for 2 months. That's not like super relevant, like they need to know it, but I should probably tell them at some point. So, yeah. It's weird. My sisters know, at least. She is absolutely vibing right now. She's very cute when she's napping. She's just chilling. She's vibing. Great. I'm even failing against these guys now. Can you imagine if I got a stupid game over in this? I would be so mad. Alright, now we need to get to Crooked Cove. Getting better at that. I'm about to blow up. This sucks. These guys are way better. Oh, come on. How am I missing? This is pissing me off. What the heck? Hit him! God damn it. Right. Bunch of cannonballs going right up to him. Not hitting him. I have 1 life left. This sucks. This game's just got really annoyingly hard. I did not expect it to, I literally thought this would just get to a certain point and then it would end. Where am I going? Is this Port Royal? Am I supposed to defeat all of the things? I don't even freaking know, I'll be honest. Before it just said, get a ship, go to Crooked Cove, right? That's what it said? Am I wrong? I don't know how that's supposed to help. Oh, is this it? This is it. Let me in. I did it. Yes. I had a lot of trouble finding that. Oh, man. Do I have enough money for whatever? Password. I'm gonna need these. Here we are, Sam. This is Crooked Cove. Crooked Cove, I can almost smell the gold, Jack. What do you mean? The King's gold, Jack. The King of England's gold. That's why we're here, you idiot. In Crooked Cove? Why would we literally just sail all the way here for no reason? And now we're finding out why we're here. Aye, indeed, Jack. British soldiers are carrying a shipment back to England. They're staying in Crooked Cove tonight, and the gold with them. Then it's there for the taking. Aye, Jack, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Oh, this town looks the same as the last one. So I'd say this probably came out pretty close to the original, like, I don't know, probably either before the film came out or like slightly after. I mean, obviously they had access to the plot line, so it seems like probably... Okay, facing the wrong way. I don't know, they at least had a plot synopsis, but it seems, given how, like, different it is, I don't know, man. Like, the Jack Sparrow looks very iconic, but I'm wondering, like, maybe they just didn't consider the look, like, that iconic until, you know, well after the movie. They're like, oh, well, it's just a pirate. Just make him look like a pirate. I'm like, okay. Maybe they didn't even know what he looked like. Maybe they didn't even know. Seems crazy to me that they wouldn't. But you know what I always also really wanted to do was go through, like, some of the Star Wars games, especially the ones around, like, the prequel era. There's a lot of, like, Star Wars games. This is kind of the era of, like, the licensed game. It's just not something they even do anymore. They don't even make licensed games anymore, you know? It's because they... I don't know, they have a reputation for just being trashy, just not selling at all. Probably just not worth it. You know, unless you put a big budget into it. Because they're probably just not going to sell. People are probably just not going to buy them. I guess that's the problem with the, you know, the age of the internet, is information travels too quickly to the point where, like, you kind of have to get those good reviews. I mean, I know a lot of people who refuse to buy anything if, like, they wait for the review, they watch the reviews for everything, and then they buy it. That's just what people do now. You know, they need that review. I don't know how to get through here. Is there some way to do that? Which I find interesting, because I don't particularly like to do that. I feel like, you know... I don't know, I feel like partially it's just that I've never found anybody that I've, like, 100% agree with when it comes to, like, stuff like that. You know, like, there's not, like, a reviewer I read and I'm like, oh, 100%. I think the thing that ruined it for me a little bit was probably Death Stranding. It's like, I think since Death Stranding, I feel like you can't really trust reviews, because that's such a... I don't want to say, like, it was an amazing game and I absolutely adored it, but, like, I spent enough time with it, you know, I beat the whole game, and it was just like, I understand why it reviewed poorly. It's just because people didn't, like, get it. It, like, takes a really long time to get into, and then, you know, when you get to that core part of the gameplay where it actually starts hitting, and you're like, oh, this is actually good. I'm actually enjoying myself at this stage. You know, it takes a while to figure out what that is and, like, you know, get to it. Like, there's a lot of exposition, which is just terrible. You know, hours and hours you have to play the game until you get to, like, it gets good. So, but ever since that, it reviewed so poorly, and I was like, it did not deserve to review as badly as it did. And I also know a lot of people that just didn't play it because they're like, oh yeah, that game sucks, right? That's that game that sucks real bad. I'm like, it's actually not that. It's actually not bad. It's not a bad game at all. I think there's also, like, the, like, video game donkey reviews. I have a lot of mixed feelings about donkey video game donkey, because I feel like on one hand, like, his videos are entertaining and they're funny, and I think they're just supposed to be entertaining, but I feel like a lot of people also use them as, like, actual reviews, you know, but I don't think he does, like, legit accurate reviews of games, you know. I don't find his reviews very accurate, because he kind of does play up, like, bugs and glitches way more than, like, there even is in the game. Like, with Death Stranding, I was surprised how many, you know, glitches he was showcasing, given that, like, I didn't experience, I don't think, a single bug or glitch when I was playing it, and yet he's doing all this thing where he's, like, I feel like he specifically goes looking for it because it's funny, because it's entertaining. But then it gives off the impression to everybody that the game's like a buggy, glitchy mess, which it's not. But like, yeah, sure. I mean, if you go actively like trying to force glitches, there's a good chance you'll probably find them. I don't know why I'm on this tangent. It's just because I don't know. I don't trust reviews. I like to play games even if they're like kind of trashy. Even if they suck, I still get some kind of vague enjoyment out of a game that sucks.